$5 at www.hackernews.com.
Welcome back to HNNCast. And now for a few quick stories we found on the net this week. Last week, Mozilla issued a warning that 2 add-ons available from addons.mozilla.org were infected by malicious code. It turns out, however, that only one of them was malicious. So Think Web Video Downloader version 4.0 was actually fine and turned out to be a false alarm. Mastifiler, however, was infected with the LD Pinch password stealing Trojan and was downloaded by about 700 people before it was noticed and removed. Jaishankar Maramuthu from India has pleaded guilty to charges stemming from his role in an international pump and dump scam. Maramuthu and his associates would break into US-based brokerage houses to buy thinly traded securities for cheap money. They would then pump them via spam before selling at a profit. Maramuthu was arrested in Hong Kong and extradited to the US. He faces up to 7 years in prison and a fine of $500,000. The Digital Enhanced Cordless Telecommunications Standard, which encrypts radio signals between cordless phones and base stations, has been cracked using nitric acid to partially dissolve the chip and an electron microscope to discover that the encryption algorithm isn't random enough. An attacker would only need about 4 hours of transmissions to be able to determine the key to unscramble the signals. Big Level, aka Christopher Kennedy, author of cookie stuffing program Sauce Kit, has been charged with fraud after it was found his program planted fake cookies into people's browsers in order to fool the eBay affiliate program. He faces 5 years in jail and $250,000 fine. Michael Lee has been sentenced to 2.5 years in jail and fined $800,000 for importing and selling counterfeit Cisco routers. Tata Consultancy Services Limited, India's largest software company, has regained control of its domain name, tcs.com, after its DNS was hijacked to point at a site that was offering the domain for sale. Tata was hosting its DNS at Network Solutions. Wow, NetSol was breached. Who'd have thunk it? ID Hack has claimed responsibility for discovering an SQL hole in the Orange website for the Ivory Coast. However, it looks like Evil Boy was there first. It is not known if any customer information was at risk. Last week it was the Manchester Police Department, and this week it is NHS Leeds, a hospital in the UK, to be the latest victim of the now 15-month-old worm Conficker. The worm infected several servers but was quickly contained. Oh, not sure if you noticed, but February 9th was the official worldwide Safer Internet Day. Yeah, we didn't notice either. Bill Cosby is the latest celebrity to have to claim that they weren't dead after rumors of their demise appeared on Twitter. It would appear that this is a ploy by malware spreaders to get people to search for information about Bill Cosby and then click on websites with infected links. Cosby posted on his website that he was in fact not dead. CohogCon has issued a pre-release photo of its hackable badge to be used during its badge hacking contest. There are a limited number of these badges, so if you want one, register early. CarolinaCon 6 has announced that it had so many great talks submitted this year that instead of denying some people, they have added an extra day to the con, which is now scheduled to run from the 19th to the 21st of March in Raleigh, North Carolina. Oh, if you happen to be in Brussels, the organizers of BrewCon have put out the call for volunteers to help with the con happening in September. And now for this week's Stack of Shame, the list of all known open vulnerabilities as cataloged by the Zero Day Initiative.
Welcome to the real world.
That's it for this week's HNNCast. I've been your host, Space Rogue, and you've been watching the Hacker News Network.
Remember, if you have any news you think we should report, send it to news@hackernews.com. You have been watching HNNCast. This is Space Rogue for the Hacker News Network.
funny do bad things.